the best way I can articulate it is my current description of myself is a clued up 45-year-old who was a Superman,
He's dreaming. Yeah.
locked inside a World War One Centurion tank which doesn't function, and he's looking through the bombs or the missile sites, as opposed to looking above him, where there's a hatch that he can open and he can escape from the prison.
You're stuck there. Yeah, look, Matt, I totally understand. We spoke earlier about being, courageous and brave with dealing with confrontation. But definitely now that, I'm 60, I wouldn't want to do that. I don't think I've got the balls to do that sort of thing anymore. And during the 80s, I fought. I had 48 fights.
Professional
you're
bouts?
young and strong. Oh, not professional, no, always an amateur. But I wouldn't, I fought in the US, I fought in Thailand, I fought here. I wouldn't want to do that today. Obviously, the body is not, up to, especially after having some health issues. The body's not up to it, and the mind wouldn't be up to that sort of combat as well. But as we age, I think that we have to understand that it's a privilege denied to many. And if we get an opportunity to experience growing old and, being around the people that we love, I think it's a great opportunity. But there are certain things we can do as a martial artist, coming from me, to increase our health and longevity as we age. And I always say there are two things, in martial arts. There's health, which is mental, and fitness, which is physical.
Interesting.
So there are
So a
two
lot of people
different...
look at health as physical.
Yes. You can be physically fit, like a bodybuilder, for example, and taking all the supplements that go along with building massive muscles. But a lot of them do it so they look good at the pub on Friday night. So they're looking for other people's,
Validation.
sort of like validation, rather than do it for themselves. And I can understand people that take supplements that want to be professional athletes, but just so that you look good at the pub, I think that you're not quite healthy upstairs doing that for other people's, approval. So you get those people that look so fit and so healthy and so strong, and they spend, 4 hours a day in the gym, but they're not necessarily mentally strong and healthy. So I think that you have to combine it, like the martial arts symbol yin and yang, where you've got hard, soft, light, dark. You've got balance, and I think that as we age, we need to create a balance.
How do we do that?
Right back to the spiritual essence, yin and yang.
Yes, that's where I felt the spirituality kind of come back in again. So you're speaking like you've got either a process or some thoughts on this. Yeah. How do you do it yourself, and what do you recommend to others, and maybe men in your dojo?
Men and women, yeah.
Yeah, men and women.
Yeah, well, I've got most of my adult students, and I've got a very large adult population. Most martial arts schools have got 80% kids and 20% adults. Mine's more 50-50.
Great.
And most of my adults are 40 plus.
Actually, do you want to just give the name of your school? Just for...
Toodokan, Toodokan, Martial Arts Academy.
Toodokan Martial Arts Academy in
Southwest Sydney, Smeaton Grange, out near Camden,
Yeah, I just want to make sure you got a plug, because could be someone listening to this going, this is the sort of
Thanks,
thing.
mate. We've got a special at the moment. No, I'm just joking.
Let
me talk to you about that special. But look, so we got a lot of older, people that come there. This is my goal. Matt, let's just say, for argument's sake, you're 70, right? And you look fantastic for that.
I wish I was.
I know. I wish I was 50 again, mate, let me tell you. But my goal for you, Matt, is to make sure that at 80, you're healthier, fitter, stronger, more agile, more flexible than you are today at 70. And Jace, if you're 40, we're not going to get you ready for 3 rounds in the ring or 5 rounds in the cage. I'm going to make sure that all those things that I spoke to Matt about just a second ago, you're fitter, stronger, healthier, happier, more agile, more flexible when you're 50 than you are today at 40. And that's our goal.
Is the word vitality come into play here? Because isn't
Of course it does.
Isn't that what,
because when you're feeling you're feeling good, you feel you feel you got so much energy, right? But here's the next thing. I've got so many older people in the dojo, in the martial arts school. It's important as we age, Matt, you'll know this. Jason, you will discover this.
Oh, yes.
You will discover it, that we still feel relevant, we still feel needed, and we still feel wanted. So let's say I've got a 70, and I do have a 70-year-old black belt.
Wow.
And he's got some heart issues and so on. But when he comes into the school, the respect the young ones show him. Excuse me, Sir Sensei, can you please show me this? Can you show me that? If you were doing this, what? So he is at 70 still relevant, needed, and wanted.
Wow.
Now that on its own makes you more vital, gives you the energy to survive, and you've got a place you can go to where you still feel relevant.
Especially for men.
Especially for men.
Yeah, have I got a purpose here?
Yes.
I'm adding,
and
I'm helping, I'm serving.
Yeah, do people still need me around? And I think that is what creates that ability to increase the longevity, stay relevant, be needed. And, I think it's so important.
Forgive me for interrupting. You're talking about longevity, and I'm in that zone. It's more about maintaining your self-respect, maintaining integrity, maintaining quality of relationships, and I keep harking back to the 60s where the Beatles sang, "All you need is love," and love is all you need. And when you learn to love yourself, you can love every other human being.
Yeah, that's true, mate. And there are no truer words spoken. And when you think about it, love is the most powerful emotion in the universe.
Yes, absolutely.
You wouldn't do anything for someone you hate, so hate's not that strong. But you would do anything for someone you love. And, that's what true karate is all about. The love of life, the love of self-discovery, the love of yourself, and then the love of educating and helping others.
Wow.
Right? And I think that's what keeps you,
So it's not
moving
just
forward.
chopping
It
boards.
drives you. That's right. And when we think about it, the mind and body are linked. So you've got to be doing some sort of physical activity to keep that brain working and to keep it moving. Regardless of what it is. Treadmill, no. Something intricate, something physical. Like, have you seen where karate people do kata?
No.
Right? So they do the prearranged karate moves,
Oh, yes. Like
and
the
then
routine.
Tai Chi, it's a prearranged set of moves.